ladies, forget the gentleman. Who cares about the gentleman? Tonight is a first ever kind of its show on Jet's YouTube. Tonight is ladies' night. Tonight, we celebrate the great female listeners, viewers, Jets fans, and we kick the show off with somebody who just went up to Jake and Richie's event and stole the show.
There's been a lot of you out there asking about who he be. Well, he's about to let you know.
He's Charles.
This rap is so hot, you'll play it on a loop. You'll never get the recipe for chicken noodle soup. Soup or a spider or even a bat. Got nothing on me or Bobby with his hat. Lady's gotta be a 10 if I'm gonna date her. Shout out to my homie, his name is Gator. I'm Charles.
To all you other guys trying to rap on Jake's show, got nothing on this guy and his flow.
He's Charles.
These bars be so hot, I'll get invited on Fountain. You know who won't? That hater, Alan. My comic book and movie takes are so hot and wild. Since my last verse, Johnny had another child. My YouTube is blowing up and becoming a star. Like takes are fresh like the clothes on VR. I'm Charles.
Jets, Yankees, comics, hip-hop. Nobody compares when it comes to him.
He's Charles.
I see everyone on Jake's show trying to prop bars. I'm the only one jumping over cars. Blowski calls the show and he's always really loud. Shout out to Nick, you know he'd be proud. I don't like Zach or his family, they're Mormon. First name Charles, last name Gorman. I'm Charles, motherfucker.
You just witnessed the debut of a proud New York Jet fan and a Jake Asman production. Brought to you by the man, the myth, the legend himself.
I'm Charles.
Charles Gorman, ladies and gentlemen. Charles Gorman. Yes, Sophia, I do. I'm trying to secure my daughter as a guest for ladies' night. But do you know what it's like trying to negotiate with a 13-year-old teenage girl to do something that her father asks? It's very difficult. It's very difficult. I even offered to pay her, and she's like, I don't want to come on. I'm like, all right. All right, Sophia. Remember that on your birthday. Remember that on Christmas. I will write a letter to Santa Claus and tell him you've been a bad girl this year, young lady. Let's say what's up to you, outstanding people who are here tonight. We got our man Stack, always showing up early in the chat. What's up, Stack? How are you, brother? Hope everything is well. Roger F., you are here early. You typed what I thought was meant to be first, but you are actually second. Regardless, I appreciate you showing up. Thank you. Tom Ace is here. Tom Ace. We need Boomtown to monitor Tom Ace's comments tonight. They could get a little out of hand. I expect it. I embrace it. But I gotta have somebody with the little golden eye on him. It's ladies' night, and I feel all right. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night, and the mood is right. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Look at that. Don't even need, let's get some lighting in here so the hat, I don't disappear. What is this? Oh, that's bigger. That's what she said. Let's see if we can maneuver some of these around. All right. That's where we are. Trying to get everything set up. I'm running a little late tonight. Please forgive me. Richard Todd is here. Richard appreciates the membership. Thank you. Well, Richard, for you and anybody else, follow the instructions on the bottom of the screen. If you are a shiner, you have that fancy little green S after your name. Please follow the instructions on the bottom of the screen. Create a Discord account. Friend me, proud NYJ fan. No spaces. And we will add you to the group where we have many things going on at all hours of the night from visitors all across the globe. We got Craig and Sarah in Australia. We got the West Coast Avengers with Rick, Addison. Addison was on last night during an earthquake. I almost said hurricane. That's over here on the East Coast. Addison, Rick, live on air in the Discord party last night, and Addison's just like, "Oh, Rick, do you feel that? Oh shit, earthquake." So you get news around the world breaking live as it happens in the proud New York Jet fan Discord parties. Where else do you get that? I don't know. Please tell me. Mark is here. Mark is everywhere. I'm convinced Mark doesn't sleep. I'm convinced Mark just does not sleep. Early morning text, late night shows, everything. Mark's always there. God bless you, Mark. You're a great supporter of the channel, and I appreciate you. Oscar's back. You are within the rules. It does not say anything about Muppets. Muppets are allowed anywhere, any place, anytime. That's just a global rule. That's the one thing that all football fans, any side of the political aisle, agree upon. Muppets have rights to go anywhere at any time. Thank you for showing up, Oscar. Maybe we will also see Big Bird here in a little bit. He's been popping in, and maybe we get some more Muppets to show up before the start of the season. Speaking of the start of the season, I want to thank all of you. Those of you who are watching live, those of you who watch the replays later on, those of you who are new to the channel, had a massive surge this week, gained 38 subscribers from Monday till now after going on Jake's show on Monday night. So to all the new subscribers, thank you. Welcome. Enjoy your stay. I hope you have a great time. For all of you who've been here from less than 100 to where we are now, I always give you guys credit. This is a chat-driven show. I appreciate all of you who've been here, who've spread the word, who've shared, who've commented, who've supported. Double thumbs up and one toe. One big toe and two big thumbs. That's what we do here. You'll learn about that in due time if you're new. I know you're probably looking at your phone or tablet right now like, what the fuck? But the chat will inform you. Terrence Hill is here. What's up, Terrence? Adam S is here. Ladies drink free. I, of course, have my water. Boomtown, do I get the night off? Boom, you deserve a night off. I don't think that you will allow yourself to have a night off, but I'm okay with you taking a night off. My good friend Adam from New York Sports Wicker Media. What could go wrong here? Nothing. Nothing ever goes wrong here. Even when something looks like it's going wrong, we turn it into a good, memorable, fun time on this channel. Tom says the dude in the background wheeling his kid around had no idea he would be immortalized in the greatest rap video ever. It's my roommate, Eric. He lives on the main floor. When he saw it, he's like, holy shit, I'm in the video. Yep, you and your daughter are now famous. Sluggo's here, my man. Charles, the cutest ass maniac. I don't know if you guys saw at the Jake Asman show on Twitter. Jake had an exclusive interview with Charles before he got in the Uber to head home. Quite entertaining. Yes, listen to Adam. First of all, take a minute and go subscribe to Adam. NY Sports Wicker Media. He's trying to get to 1,000. I'm trying to get to 1,000. We would both love to get there by opening day. That's my goal. I'm at 921 now. Started the week Monday morning at 883. We're at 922. Forgive me. 922. So let's make that push. If you're new here, if you're watching for the first time, throw a subscription. Let's hit that goal. Scott Foster's here, another West Coaster. Good evening, fellas. And the 4.7%. 4.7. Let's not leave that 0.7 out, Scott. It's very important. Greg Rollo's in the house. New York Jets fan 4 is here. Who else we got? Mess. Long-time viewer. Wild Wave, another long-time viewer. And my daughter saying, what up, dog? What's up, Squish? I call her Squishy Doobie because that's what she called herself when she could barely say hello. She's like, I'm Squishy. I'm Squishy Doobie. And that's been her nickname ever since. Squishy Doobie, Squish, Sophia, Lil Aaron Judge, because she hits mad dingers. I wish she would have the guts to get on here. She's like, who's going to see this? I'm like, nobody. It's just me and you talking. She's like, stop it. There's always people watching the show. I'm like, Sophia, just get on. One of our guests coming in later tonight, Leenie. I cannot wait to talk to Leenie amongst our other guests. Pat Rich is in the house. Yes, I'm glad you caught it as well. I am not glad that this guy is here. I have no control over the internet. I've tried to take it out in Virginia Beach. I can't. So we are just going to have to deal with Johnny in the chat. I hope he plays nice with everyone. But if not, you guys let me know. 4% would be a goal for me. There you go. Let's maybe some of the ladies tonight go over and subscribe to Adam's channel as well. Gives out a lot of information, does trivia, has a wheel, do a randomizer on the wheel every so often. It's a fun time. I enjoy it. Barney Miller. Oh, look at this. My daughter, the /Jets/Chiefs fan. I know. I blame her mom. I blame her mom for it. Don't blame me. I blame her mother. Anyone wants to yell about my daughter also liking the Chiefs, please address all anger towards Gina tonight in the chat. Gina, capital letters. You can do that, and your comment will get super chats and trash talking Gina. Get your comment on screen immediately. Very, very important. Look who's back after his break. Barney Miller. All right, Barney, let me know. Let me know if they're Jets fans. We get some more ladies on here. Let's see. Speed round. I see Jay Quest is in the house. Thank you for joining us, Jay Quest. Nate is here. Shout out to Nate. Nate gave he had 2 extra tickets for camp tomorrow, and I offered them out to my tailgate party. Two of the kids of one of the adults in our tailgate party took them. Nate also has 2 more tickets. If you are interested in going to Jets training camp for the joint scrimmage tomorrow, let me know. Let Nate know, and we will coordinate to get you there. It's tomorrow morning, joint scrimmage. Lots of fighting. Lots of fighting. Can't have a joint scrimmage without fights. It's the most exciting time of the year. No referees, no penalties from the league. Just beat the crap out of each other. Oh, before we go any further, we will say a prayer. Dear Lord, we come to you on this joint practice eve, asking you to grant health to all players. May there be no injuries. May we get in and out of tomorrow with health. Everyone who walks on the field walks off and is able to participate on Saturday. And also, thank you for peanut butter. Amen. Always, always, always have to thank for peanut butter. It's great. Great about you. Oh, boy. Sophia, I don't know if you're allowed to watch anymore. Knob Deep is here. For all of you in the chat, please beware. My daughter is in the chat. You're a Muppet. You are a Muppet. You are a Muppet. That's for sure. You are many things, my little precious daughter. Let's see. Who else we got? The 411 on New York Sports. Do yourselves a favor. Go click this link as well. Go head on over. Support VR and the other guy. Go support VR and Johnny. Friday nights, 6 o'clock. They're doing good things. Go check them out. And back to the speed round. Nate coming in as a member of the channel for 3 months. Jay Quest is a staple of our community. Prayers to him and his family during this time. JQ is awesome, generous, funny guy, and deserves our prayers and thoughts. Yes, Jay Quest's dad is in the hospital with about a pneumonia, and we will add him to our prayers, and hopefully he kicks ass just like the Jets, wins this battle. Jay Quest, it's no world thinking about you and the family, brother. Thank you for reminding me, Nate. You are the man. And then VR coming in. Prayers up for your dad, Jay Quest. Your family is our family. We love you. This is true. This is very, very true. Yes, yes. R&R is here. Rick Kent is in the house. Speed round. I'm looking for everyone. I'm looking for Love Bites is here. What's up, Love Bites? Blitz BK. Boom, boom, boom. I'm looking. I'm scanning. If I missed anyone, Braden from New Zealand is here. How do you get Braden to pop back on the show? You have a ladies' night. Don't tell his wife. Welcome back, brother. It's fantastic to see you. Braden, we got to get you in the Discord. We have 2 members who are from Australia, and you're obviously very close to them time zone wise. If we get another person from the other halfway around the world, that would be fantastic. I see Infrared, K Brock, the Jet fan, and we are caught up. So a couple of things I wanted to get into before our guests start coming in. Oh, my daughter texted me, reply to my comments. She won't come on the show, but she's bossing me around. 13-year-olds, man. Jeez. Bossy. Sophia, I do my show from the Jets field every single day. Proof you don't watch Daddy's show very often. Yes, I pay the Jets to let me in here. So a couple of things I want to talk about with our beloved New York Jets. We had some moves today. We had a couple moves today. I am looking for them right now. First and foremost, everyone join me. A little round of applause. Mike Williams has been activated off the PUP list. It's very good news. Caught Jake's show for a little bit earlier. Breece Hall last year was activated off the PUP on August 15th. So Mike's a little bit ahead of schedule. So this is a very good sign for Mike and for the Jets and for us, because it's a very good sign. He might be ready for week 1. It's a very good sign. We know Breece is a unicorn. Breece is like an Adrian Peterson in terms of recovery time and ability to be out there. So we could be looking at good things. I was a little concerned that it might be on the PUP list to start the season, but the fact that he's out there now with 33 days to go is a very, very good sign. It's a very good sign. It allows him to get time. Don't forget, new quarterback, new system. You need that time on the field. You need that time to get your rhythm down, the depths of your routes, the breaks, where Rodgers expects you to be. So I'm very, very excited to hear this news today. I didn't think it would happen for another week or two. And then I thought we would be in that danger zone of him possibly being pupped to start the season. That's the good news. This is a bit of a surprise move for me, this other move. The Jets have signed the most recent team he was with was the Giants, running back Deion Jackson. And here's the surprise. They released the wide receiver El Zayat. For Tom Ace, Alan Dodds, myself, Jake, Richie, and everyone else who was there on Saturday, El Zayat was used a lot. He was out there as a slot backing up Corley. They went to him on a couple third down conversions. He looked really quick. I'm very surprised that he's the one that got dropped. Now, I get it. You're saying the wide receiver room's full, Nick. I understand that. You could look at it from the other side saying this guy's a little bit of a bigger back. He looks a little bigger in the picture, at least, that the Jets tweeted today of him. Maybe that's a sign for Izzy. Maybe they're trying to find that last running back. Maybe they're not comfortable with where they're at yet. And also this time of year, it could just be a guy like you bring in a quarterback with a camp arm. Now you bring in a guy with camp legs. You get a guy who could be running back just to eat up some reps in preseason game who has no chance of making the roster, but you don't want to beat up your guys who are. You don't want to beat up Braylon Allen, Davis, and maybe RB4. You know, Tariq Cohen suddenly retired last week. So maybe it's just a matter of getting another guy in there. I don't know anything about him. I don't know if he's a special teams contributor. I don't know. I do not have that information yet. Sluggo asks, what does pup mean? Oh, there we go. Knob, physically unable to play or perform. I think it's perform. But either way, it's both P. Basically, you get designated onto that list and you don't count against a 90 because you can't participate in practice. You're not allowed to take part in team activities. That's why if you ever go to a practice, you'll see other players working out on the other field. When Rodgers was here last year, he wasn't allowed to work with the team, but that's why they activated him for those last couple, so he could be on the practice field with the team. If you get on the PUP list to start the season, it's 6 weeks. You cannot be activated off of it before 6 weeks. So there's two different types of PUPs. There's the training camp PUP, and then there's the in-season PUP. So that's where we are. Yeah, big fella. Shout out to the big fella, my twin. He was very small. That's why I was surprised. I had to look up on the roster who he actually was when he was getting fed the ball. Oh, shout out to John. What's up, John B? Loved you on Jake's show the other day. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. You not only bring great takes and content, your jokes and humor is special. Keep up the great work. John, I appreciate you, man. It's very kind of you to say. I love talking Jets, as you guys know. Have a show dedicated to it, but I can't turn the humor off. The humor is always going to be there. The humor's, oh, here we go. This is loose. There we go. That explains it. Yeah, back to normal. Bang, bang. There we go. Let's get the head. The beautiful hat. Dead center. I'm OCD with that. It's got to be dead center. But thank you, John, for the kind words, man. And I hope you continue to enjoy the takes, the humor, and the content. Thanks for supporting. How can you beat up two rookie quarterbacks who have never played a game in their career? These players are so babied. I don't mean beat them up in terms of they can't handle the workload mess. I'm sorry if it came off that way. I mean more you don't want them to get beat up by overusage and injured. Sorry if that came out the wrong way, but I don't want them getting beat up and having to take unnecessary carries. You know, in the preseason, you always see the leaders of the preseason. All right, Nate, I got your text. I'll take care of that shortly. I'll shoot him a message. You always see guys who lead the league in rushing or carries usually end up practice squad. You don't want any of your guys who are making the roster getting 30, 40 carries, within 2 games. That's all I meant. Not that they can handle it. You don't want them handling it because you don't want to raise the injury risk. You want them out there. You want to see what they're capable of. You want to make sure they know the reads on pass protection. You want to make sure they know they look quick and explosive. And then you get them out, right? You don't want to take that chance. You'd rather them do those main reps in practice where they're not getting hit and it's just thud. For those of you who don't know, thud is just when you don't tackle, take the guy to the ground, you pop with the shoulders, and then that's it. But sorry for any confusion that I may have said with that. Oh, Boomtown. Do we have to mute Boomtown? Do we have to time out Boomtown? Do we have to start an international incident here? Boomtown. First reason that you know it's not me, old man interneting. I wouldn't be able to do it and not say that I'm doing something on the side. Shame on you. Shout out to Gary. I like you. Okay, keep up the good work. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, man. Yeah. WTF, BF. Jeez. See, now I'm doing something. Hold on. Let me do this. You know what? Give me a moment. Let's do one of these. You know what? I saw Blitz BK is here. Shout out to Blitz. Let's drop that.
Good evening.
Welcome to Thursday Night Throwdown. I'm your host, Nick.
When the blitz comes, there's no one to block him.
It's 10 o'clock, get ready for the showdown. 9 toes down, Nick, ready for the throwdown. We proud Jets fans, we don't play with them pronouns. Best roster in the league, we playing with the pros now. They tell us slow down, call us delusional, call us losers as usual. But this season will be beautiful. Shotgun with you know who, but run it instead. Lad Hall, hit the hole hard.
That's what she said.
Ground and pound like it's 2010. The chat, we got many friends. Johnny wearing hats for super chat and watch him breathe again. Nick put the link so Bobby can call and speak again. Bonesy get the blunt, I got the weed and pens. We speaking green again. Jets news like it's CNN. A-Rod and Charles Gorman, it's like we seeing twins. Feeding tins, pounding on these bleeding fins. We 14 and 18 when they needing wins. They ain't seeing them. We run the ball and play defense. This is AFC hell where the teams repent. Ladies and gents, welcome to Met Life. This is Jet Life. We bleed green, this our best life. We just nice.
Let's say what's up to everyone. Dark Soldier's here. Johnny's in the house. Bobby. Mr. Bonesy's out on the prowl. Na-na. Assist My Suicide is here. VR's here. Murdog and Alan. What's up, guys? So, what did we learn today, guys? What did we learn on this show? He can't be defeated. He can't be stopped. There you go. Boom, I didn't forget. I already asked, what did we learn? Already asked. Already asked. Let's see what we got. I am waiting for our first guest to come in. I see Nate. What's up? Another Nate. Nate Bonenfant. Let me make sure our first guest is... All right. So as we mentioned before, tomorrow, joint practice. As we learned 2 years ago in Green Bay for a joint practice, the most important part of tomorrow is everybody who gets on the field gets off the field, right? We don't want any injuries. We don't want any negativity out of tomorrow. I'd take sloppy play. I'll take bad snaps. I just need everyone to survive the day. You know, there was brawl after brawl between the Giants and Lions. And Joe Douglas tried. He tried to go up and get Neighbors. Or, I mean, people say Odunze, but Connor Hughes with a tweet. Actually, it was an SNY video saying that against the Lions in 2 days, Neighbors was targeted 17 times. And he caught 15 of them. That's unheard of. He says he's never seen a wide receiver be better in camp. He's covered Beckham. He's covered Brandon Marshall. He's covered Garrett Wilson. And he said that he's never seen a wide receiver be better than Neighbors. Excuse me. Good question. I like Neighbors as a better prospect. I thought Odunze was a better fit for us. And I've said this leading up to the draft repetitively. With Garrett Wilson, I think Neighbors is very similar to Garrett in terms of his route running, his agility, his ability. And I thought Odunze would be... Yeah, Nate, I got your message. You and Danny both texted me simultaneously that it's done. So that's taken care of. I think Neighbors will have the better career. Neighbors is going in being wide receiver 1 from day 1. And I think they'll build around him for a long time to come. Odunze is going in behind DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. So if you're a fantasy player, and a little plug here, next week, we will have a good friend of mine, Chris Gucci, who's from Chop Sports and Break Buds. If you guys are into card collecting, there's a YouTube page and other information. I'll have all that next week. But Break Buds, follow them on YouTube. And there's people who like fantasy football. There's people who do fantasy football. And then there's people who live fantasy football. And Chris will be on here with me next Wednesday. Very happy to have him on and give you guys a little preview as we're starting to enter draft season. And I think that would be some good information for all you guys. He's got a lot of good takes. He's very involved. He loves it. So stay tuned for that. Carly, check your Instagram. I don't want to brag or anything or impede, but yes, Carly, you've been blessed. Nick Shine has just slid up in the DMs. Sorry. I got you, Carla. I just saw it. I have the phone muted. My Instagram alerts don't pop up. But to finish on Gary's question, I like Neighbors better. I thought Odunze was a better fit for the Jets. I think the compliment to Garrett Wilson, like how we got Mike Williams, I thought Odunze would have been a great guy to have behind Mike Williams for a year to then take over that role, kind of like how we have Olu taking over for Tyron Smith in a year. Yeah, listen, man, don't hate the player, hate the game. How many of you guys slide up into ladies' DMs and don't even get responses? Breaking news. Carly responded. And boom, look at that. Boom. International jealousy right now in a fit of rage. He's sitting there like this. Rubble. I did have someone scheduled to come on at 9:30, and she hasn't responded to me all day today. Let me do this. Copy. Paste. Oop, there we go. I don't want to brag or anything, but Miss Carly, please recheck your DM. You know what? I knew I was dragging tonight. Well, Curly, we don't judge here. You be whoever you want to be. You be you. That's good enough for us, pal. Thank you for showing up. Much respect to you, and thank you again for the ticket the other day. I wanted to wait till I saw you. That's an espresso double shot. That's not a beer. I know that sounded bad. I needed one today. I did not have a coffee before the show, and I'm sitting here, and I'm like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I know. I need to be energized. Who knows that theme song? Yeah, Nate. We're getting nuts tonight now. I'll be watching Banshee till 2:30 in the morning, getting up at 8. Hey, guys, listen to Roger. Roger makes a lot of sense. Hit the like button. Hit subscribe. If you're new here, it's your first time, welcome. Yeah, Tom. I knew. There's my old timers. We got Tom Ace. We got VR. Oh, yes. It was Three's Company. Oh, Dark Soldier. Where you go, bro? Thank you for popping in. Hope you're doing well, sir. Let me check something out. You know, it would be fitting on ladies' night that one of the ladies wasn't ready on time. Gentlemen, listen, I'm gonna say it. I know we're thinking it. You get honesty here. Everyone gets made fun of, even on ladies' night. If you're running late on ladies' night, no surprise. No surprise. Shout out to Leenie, though. Leenie was scheduled to come on later in the show. She wanted to be Mariano Rivera. She wanted to be the closer. But she was already in the stream at 9 o'clock. And I was like, oh, no, like, I had you coming on for later. But shout out to Leenie being ready an hour and a half early. Leenie, that's why you are a gem. Ladies and gentlemen, our first lady here on Ladies' Night. Let's bring in Carly. Oh, what the is that?
I'm so small. Oh, no. Hey. Hello.
How are you? Welcome.
Thank you. I usually have to wait in the waiting room for like a long time on other shows.
I mean, that's just, those shows are disrespectful. The hosts don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to run a show and filter the guests in and out in a timely manner. I understand. I get it. You know, it's you don't get first class service and respect on every show like you get here. So thank you.
Only here.
And you are one of our new proud New York Jet fan queens. So welcome. Part of the and I have a little breaking news. See, the coffee's kicking in. The energy level's coming up now. 4.9% female. 4.9. Maybe with my daughter popping in here today, I'll refresh tomorrow and we'll be at 5%. We will have a break.
I stop watch or unsubscribe for a couple of days, and then you'll hit 5%, and they will come back.
Yes. Yeah. No. We don't want anyone unsubscribing. Wait a minute. You tricked me. You got me to agree.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let me get to 1,000, get the commercials, and everybody can do whatever the hell they want after that point.
There's too many commercials on YouTube. It's like horrible.
There are, but it's their way of making money, right? It's their way of making revenue.
I mean, I guess.
Let's see.
I read through these questions. I didn't even really give much thought, but I could try to give answers.
All right. Let's throw it out there. Maybe the pressure of being on air and being on with a host that you actually like. Maybe the things will just click and then it'll all just come and it'll flow. So how did you get into football?
I don't remember. I've always liked sports since I was little. I studied sport management. I went to Syracuse, for those of you who don't know. Actually, nice. I have an education in this, so when you guys call me stupid in the comments and saying that I don't know anything about sports, you're wrong.
Nice.
Football is
always good to attack the chat with the first response. I like that. That hasn't happened on this show, though. I think my chat is very, very respectful. It hasn't happened here.
No, not yet.
It's the people who don't have the guts to come on and show their freaking face, like Bobby says, who are just weak.
And now I just admitted that football is my least favorite sport, but that's okay. It doesn't mean that I don't like it. It's just not my favorite.
Okay.
But yeah, I have always liked sports.
Would you classify yourself as a Jet fan? Are the Jets your team? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Is there a moment or a person in your life that influenced you in becoming a Jet fan?
My dad's a Jets fan. So I took on 3 of my 4 teams. I chose to be an Islanders fan instead of a Rangers fan. But yeah, other than that, I took everything.
Awesome. Who is your favorite player, both all time for the Jets, and who's your favorite player currently?
I really can't answer these. Right now it's Jeremy Ruckert because he's an Islanders fan.
He's what?
He's an Islanders fan also.
Okay.
An Islanders fan. We watched an Islanders game together.
All right.
I don't know about all time, but previously everybody knows Joe Flacco was like, my favorite for a while.
Okay. All right. Nice. Wouldn't have guessed that. Do you have a favorite Jets moment, either being at the stadium, at a tailgate, or becoming part of Jets YouTube chat and infamy now? Like, what's your favorite moment as a Jet fan?
My favorite moment as a Jets fan was watching piles of children crying on the floor on Saturday because you tackled them to the ground to get autographs.
It's a very valid moment. I would just like to say, though, for all honesty and disclosure, we live in a time and an era where everything gets recorded. If I attacked any children, there would be video of said attack. So I'm glad that I am your favorite Jet moment.
Yes, totally.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And just
Singing my
know
ass
that
off Saturday.
the Venmo went through and you deleted the video. So shout out to you. That's my favorite Jet moment. You deleting the video of me beating up 8-year-olds.
Oh yeah.
And thank God Tom Ace, who did a great job with photography, doesn't know how to operate video. He just knows how to take pictures. So he couldn't get it either. It was fantastic. Here's one. Most disappointing Jets moment. Do you have a moment where you were like sad, down in the dumps, like, oh, this sucks?
I would say the first game last year. That was
Good answer.
I actually was like laughing because it was just like so typical Jets. You know?
Yeah.
It's okay. It's
My most disappointing moment as a Jet fan is you giving that answer because it brought me back to that moment. So
I'm really sorry.
we've been here. We've been locked in when we met the other day, and now just like every other woman who's entered my life, you're breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart. Do you have a game day ritual, a game day outfit? I know you like making cookies. Do you make like certain snacks or meals on game day? A certain beverage that you go to? Do you have like, hey, it's game day, I got to do my regular routine? Like, do you have any of those?
I mean, like I have a Sunday routine. It's not necessarily like a Jets game day routine, but
Okay.
I'll name myself and say that I host my friends for every Sunday, and each week has a new theme, and we just watch Red Zone because everybody only cares about their fantasy teams. Like we'll have the Jets on like an iPad, but the big screen is Red Zone. Scott Hansen,
Okay.
Syracuse grad. But I usually go for a run in the morning, and then
Good plug, by the way. That was a very smooth plug. That was nice. How you snuck Scott Hansen, Syracuse grad of there. That was impressive.
And the
Hanging out, you're
famous-
hanging out with other content creators, aren't you? You're getting this little plug
sure.
thing down.
yeah, you know the Carly Fleischer show is coming soon. I've been saying that for like
Nice.
5 years now.
Awesome.
But yeah, so I just like prep the food based on whatever the theme is for the week and have everybody over, and that's that.
Do you base the theme off of the opponent, like at the team that we're playing, or do you do it more just off of a whim? Like
It's
or
not
something like
45.
Sorry, my computer announces the time every 15 minutes.
I know. Oh, you hit with that came on the other night too.
The theme, it just like depends. Like we do a Halloween theme, obviously around Halloween. We did a casino theme when the Jets played in Vegas. Somebody said to do like English breakfast for the London game, but I think I have a
Well, Thomas's English muffins, perhaps.
Oh, sure. I think I have a bridal shower that day, so I don't think I am actually hosting. But yeah, so it just depends. All different themes. We did football fiesta. We did a burger bar. That was really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, now that we're friends, maybe I'll be invited there one day. Who knows?
Oh, sure. You could
Maybe
hang
I'll have
out.
to journey up to the city one day.
Sure. You could hang out with all the 20-something girls.
Now, for everyone in the chat who just heard that, I can end the show now. No offense to the other guests who are supposed to come on, but mission accomplished. I got an invite to hang out with 20-something-year-old girls. That's it. Any of them nurses? You know, I have some health issues. You never know if I might drop at any time. So the heart is on borrowed time. So I don't know what everyone else studied, but that would be awesome.
You'll meet.
Is it just the girls' day?
Oh no, boys come too, but like it depends. Like if the Jets are like playing during the day, like Asman's not going to come. Our other guy friends are not going to come.
Gotcha.
But it just depends.
All right.
But yeah, you'll meet all my friends on the 17th.
Any of them into older men? I
I
am on the market.
I
am on the market, but most like the American market or the world market right now, I'm crashing. So they would have to invest quickly.
What did they say? Buy low, sell high.
Yeah, it's just I don't care when they buy. Just purchase, rent it for an hour, whatever it takes. All right, back to the questions. If you could change any moment in Jet history, what would it be?
Can I pass this question? I don't have an answer.
Is it becoming a Jet fan? Was that the moment
Yeah.
you would pass on?
That's
All right.
it.
You know what? I don't even judge or knock you for it. I'm sure there are many fans out there who we live in a world of instant gratification now, right? With social media, with people getting complimented immediately every day, especially, this younger generation now, they've grown up in this. So to live in a world where everyone gets gratified immediately, that's what she said. To have a team that you've been with for so many years, I'm sure there's plenty of people that would that might say that.
I know a moment I would change. I just decided. When
Go ahead.
Sam Darnold got mono.
Nice.
Listen, I'm looking out for everyone.
I like that. I like that. Damn those Morristown ladies on ladies' night. Damn it. That's why my ladies' night is virtual. There will be no no kissing randoms in an alley next to a Morristown bar.
There you
go. Favorite part of being a Jets fan?
Oh, this fantastic community. But really, I do like everybody. They're very nice. So to some extent.
It was cool the other day. It's cool to see both sides of it, right? Like I've been in the chat. I've watched, the shows of Jake and Green Bean and others. And to now call these people friends for me is really cool, right? Like I'm not gonna like bullshit it or act like it's not like something cool to me. Like it's cool that like I call these people on the phone or they're like we message one another and discuss things. And to see people from the chat get to introduce themselves to the people that they watch, or donate to, whatever extent. I think that's pretty cool. Like, I think it's cool to like, when you spend so much time, whether you're in the car, you're at work, you're at the gym, wherever you got the show on, you're listening to it, you're at home. And then to get to meet those people that you support so much, it's cool to see that. I think that's so cool from every aspect of it is how awesome our community is. And I say this with all sincerity, fuck the other 31 teams and their fans. We're top of the food chain. We might not be top of the food chain in wins every year, but we are top of the food chain in terms of the number one fan base. And that's even with Johnny Boy pulling us down week after week.
Yeah, the Jets fans are great. We had a whole discussion about people introducing themselves with their usernames.
Awesome. Well, give me your thoughts on this. Now that you're involved in the community, let's hear Carly's take. What's your prediction for the 2024 New York Jets? What do you think that this team can do? Do you think they will have as good of a season as the merch store has had?
Gosh, I can only hope that they have a really good season because then that will be more merch sales.
More sales, and then it'll be more themed parties. Playoff themed parties are so much more fun than like a Columbus Day party or a Thanksgiving party.
Excuse me, that's indigenous.
Playoff parties are top of the food chain. Playoff food chain that's where the real good stuff comes out. You save that for the playoffs.
I did a jungle theme for Wild Card Weekend. Not last year, but 2 years ago. And it was like one of everybody's favorite themes to date. It was so good.
You glitched on me there. What was the theme?
Oh my gosh. It was a jungle theme for Wild Card Weekend. Can you hear me? I'm like.
I did, but it glitched the first time. A jungle theme. All right. Now, I need clarification because I am known on the streets as what's called as having a potty mind. So I need to know, what is the jungle theme and what does it entail? Is it like people showing up as like Tarzan and Jane? Like,
No.
are people getting dressed in like?
Hold on. Let me try to find it here.
Yeah, Curly asked a good question. Oh, like the kids' jungle. All right, see, potty mind. Yep, I look like an asshole. Oh, like the Jungle Book?
Sure, kind of.
Okay.
Like,
All
look
right,
at
I
this
get
plate of vegetables. It was a lion.
That's awesome.
I do some good
Very
stuff.
well
That's
done.
not the best, but there's been some good. Did a fiesta with tacos.
Look at that
Of
balloons too, huh?
course.
You go all out.
Oh yeah. The Super Bowl was pretty good last year. I have to show you. This is my
No, it
this is
wasn't.
my pride
Oh,
and
it
joy.
wasn't.
It's a snackadium,
Wow.
hand built.
And can you look at that and give me a runaround of what's in there? Is that like all bags of like chips and stuff?
Okay, this is the cheesy puffs from Trader Joe's.
Yeah,
That
that's sweet.
Poppables, Cape Cod chips, scoops, popcorn, I think. That's
That is pretty
pretzel
cool.
crisps and regular pretzels. It's very hard to do this backwards.
It is. That's what she
Those Stacy's chips and like the Ridges potato chips. And then on the
Nice.
field, we have guacamole,
Oh,
salsa,
wow.
miso. Yeah.
Nice.
I don't mess around here.
You don't. I mean, you are a diabetic extreme, young lady.
Yeah. We all put on some weight over football season.
Of course. Of course. You're not enjoying football season if you're not regretting everything that you ate Sunday night into Monday morning.
Yeah.
So that very well done. That's awesome. I would
Fun.
love that if I walked into a place and that was all there.
Oh, it won't be there on
Yeah.
the 17th at T Squared. I wish you could roll the clip of me playing hockey and hitting my shot very well, but I don't know.
I'm with Curly. I would feel bad messing up that art.
You
Like I
wanna
would
know
feel bad.
It happens every year, and I usually like once everybody takes their photos, I just like take a chip and smear it so that other people will eat it.
You got to break it first, right? Nobody wants to be the first one to like break the
Yes.
art.
I just
get
did
it.
an Olympics party. Let me see if I can pull up something from that. But yeah, if anybody has theme ideas, comment. Okay, this was my American flag cheese board.
Nice.
Um,
Nice.
This was American flag s'mores dip.
Awesome. Here's a question from Nob, who is a chef, and shout out to him for taking on with the Storm down in Carolina, taking on the entire football program. I won't say the school, but he messaged me saying that we just had a meeting with the dietitians and 200 players, coaches, support staff were coming in, and his where he works down in Carolina had to take on an entire football program
Oh my
so that
God.
they could Carly, have you considered a career in the culinary industry? It's both fulfilling and soul crushing.
Yeah, no.
Just a hobby, just for fun.
Yeah, I'm not like actually good cook. I can bake well, but like actual cooking, not my forte.
You can
really.
design and make like visions come to life with the food.
Yeah, like okay, here we did like medals, but they're quesadillas for the Olympics.
Nice.
So like that was kind of cute, but like I'm not a chef. I can't even really say, but they were like cupcakes in a cone to look like the Olympic torches.
Awesome. Wow.
I don't know. It's just like some fun stuff.
Now something like that, do you buy that or do you have to make that yourself?
What, the cupcakes?
Yeah.
Oh, I baked them.
Okay. And then you put the icing on with that coloring to come in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to understand, I am just the eater. I have been kicked out of kitchens my entire life. I ruin things. The only thing I ask for is the cake batter. I asked for the cake batter. No Diddy. Everyone in the chat, shut up. I can already hear you typing. Now, and if like my mom is making or my exes would be making like anything with parm, you had to hide the mozzarella as soon as it got sliced because I'm coming in for the best pieces. Like I'm stealing them.
The butt end is the best piece of the mozzarella. And I have to tell
so
you
good.
that 2 years ago at the green and white scrimmage, one of Asman's fans gave me a thing of fresh mozzarella. It was the best thing I've ever tasted. I still talk about it to this day, and I will never stop. It was the most incredible thing ever.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of. I always have fresh moots in the refrigerator. It's got to be there. I do buy some of the cheap one.
Yeah.
My son coming in asking how you know what no Diddy is, Dad. I got the internet, son. I just know that I want no part of Diddy, and I pray to God that you never have no part of Diddy as a young 15-year-old boy. So be careful out on these streets, son. The suburbs of Old Ridge are wild.
People are asking about my shirt, and it was a camp theme football. So we all got camp shirts. We all got different tie-dye. So it was Camp Carly, and we did like a camp theme. So yeah, people were asking. I read the comments.
That's fine. That's fine. VR coming in with Deadpool versus Wolverine theme.
Oh, there you go. Jake Quest asked if I won the MTV show that I was on. You have to go watch to find out.
Wait. Come again? Say that again. What show were you on?
So embarrassing. I was on this like MTV like digital show thing like 2 years ago, I guess. But it's called Merch Masters. You guys got to watch it. It's really embarrassing and pretty painful for me. I don't think I've watched it since the day it came out.
Can you pop into my DMs and send that to me, please, immediately?
Just go on YouTube and type in MTV Merch Masters Camila Cabello, and it'll come up.
Yeah, I have no idea what the hell that last two were.
I'll send you a link.
Old man interneting. I'm not the best at it.
If anybody needs a link, you can DM me on Instagram. I got so many followers this week after Jake tagged me in his story.
Oh, great. Yeah, I'm sure. I saw that you were upset. Why am I not the lead photo? That sounds like a girlfriend thing to say. That does sound like a girlfriend thing to say to a guy. Why am I not the first? Why am I not the first photo? That's a little girlfriendy.
Definitely not. He keeps saying he wants to raise the 4%, and so I think a good way of doing that would be putting me first. But whatever.
No, that's going to drive males to the show.
Both.
That's going to lower the female percentage because the males are going to go goo goo gaga.
So maybe we'll be 3%ers soon.
Nice. I'm at 4.9. If I hit 5%,
you're very close.
I talked trash to Jake when I was at 4.6. If I hit 5%, I'm just going to charge him for a lesson on how to get the female audience up.
When are we starting the Proud NYJ fan merch store?
I am at 922, and when I hit 1,000, my friend's son, who is now my social media guy, he runs the TikTok. I don't even have TikTok on my phone. He runs the TikTok for me. He set up the Proud NYJ fan Instagram, and
it's on the clock.
Nice. He's got something that he just sent off, and he's waiting for some samples to come back. So I'm waiting to see.
Yeah.
I'm curious if we get to 1,000 before the season starts, maybe we have some stuff, coming out, maybe like a fall line to start, come in September and get some hats or some sweatshirts, long sleeve shirts. Who knows?
Perfect. Need it.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for being the first guest on Ladies Night.
Oh, I was the first guest?
You're the first guest.
My daughter
bailed. My daughter bailed.
Wow.
She bailed. 13-year-old girl. She's like, I don't want to go on. You know what? Maybe that's better. She's smarter than me.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Not that I have any problem with my chat. They're all awesome people. But if she doesn't feel comfortable, I don't ever want her doing anything in life she doesn't feel comfortable with. That's something great. I've always taught her. If anybody puts you in a situation you're not comfortable with, punch them in the throat and then call me, and I will gladly go to jail when I hurt them and their father. So that's it. She walks around knowing that if anybody ever messes with her, I can call my psychopath father and he will handle this for me.
You might need to be my security on the 17th.
That's fine. That's fine. Even though I'm diabetic, I will take extra insulin. I can be paid in cookies.
Okay.
Don't let Hawk know. If Hawk's in the chat, he'll yell at me. Hawk and Daniel Murphy are trying to get me in line with my my intake. But for special occasions, yes, I got you. Don't worry.
Perfect. The food at T Squared was good the other night.
So all right, before I let you go, do you have another minute? You have a couple minutes to hang?
Yes, I have another hour before I have to go to sleep.
Okay. Tell me about T Squared. Me and my son are coming. What is it?
It's great. So it's so much bigger than I had anticipated. That I will definitely say. Really big, really modern.
Multiple
Bathrooms
floors?
so clean. One floor, but it's big. Like it goes the whole width of a city block or length of it goes whatever. Yeah, the width of a city block.
Okay.
It's so you walk in, the bar is right on your right. I don't know my right from my left, so bear with me. Bar is on your right, and then you keep walking. There's like a big like mingling area to the right, and then to the left there's I think 4 different bays that you have like all like the simulate. Oh, also when you walk into the front, if you go left, there's like the little bowling things. But then, okay, so you keep walking. Then on the left, there's the 4
Like
simulators.
full-size bowling lanes?
It's not full size. It's like mini. It's really cute.
Okay.
There's like, I think maybe, I don't know, 2 or 4 lanes. I don't know. I can't even, I forgot. I blacked out. I was so excited the whole time. So then you have like the 4 simulators and you could do any sport. They have baseball, basketball, football, hockey, lacrosse, rugby, soccer, golf. Did I say golf? I don't know. Whatever. They have all the different things. And then across from that, there's just like a big area. So we went to the Talking Yanks thing. They were doing a live podcast with Aaron Boone. And I wanted to ask him why he still has a job, but I didn't because I'm respectful. But then there's like a big open area. There's like some little tables. I also want to set it up differently for Jake's event than it was set up for this event. So that was I was happy to go to see what I want to change. But there's like a ton of TVs everywhere. Obviously, the Big Bobby Midnight show will be on every TV in the joint. Then you go back. There's like darts. There's another bar, I think. And then like the food was downstairs for this, but I think it was like an all-you-can-eat buffet, which it's not for Jake's event. So I don't know what that area will be. But then there's like a basketball hoop. And yeah, it was just very nice, cool.
Awesome.
The bathrooms are so clean, I can't get over it.
Okay.
And they're changing.
It's got to be clean because that's twice that you mentioned it.
They were immaculate. They have changing.
Which is good though, because there's sometimes you go into places in the city and sometimes it's smaller than a shower, the entire bathroom. Like I've been in little dive bars in New York and it's been a disaster.
I always send my friends in first and they report back if it's clean enough for me to go. And if it's not clean, I don't go.
Okay. Question for you. I had it queued up in my head already. Bonesy wanted to ask. Now, do we have a group like rate where is it like you pay a fee and you have like you can do everything, or do you have to pay for each event?
You can't quote me on any of this because I don't actually know the logistics.
Oh no, we're quoting. Boomtown's even taking notes internationally right now.
I'm incriminating myself now. But I think all you pay for is drinks and food. The simulators are like open, whatever. Like, but one of them is going to be roped off. I'm getting my own VIP bay. I already said that's a stipulation of the event.
Oh, wait a minute. Say that again.
I said that I'm getting my own VIP area roped off.
Why does it sound like you're saying I and not we?
Because the whole bar.
How am I supposed to secure you if I'm not in the bay with you?
Do you want to know what? My friend was like, "Oh, this kid that we know actually works security at a bar. Do you want to see if you could hire him for that night?" I was like, "I think it would be okay. I don't need to like bring in my own security to this shindig."
Yeah. I think you'll be fine. I am the type that will say something if people are if anyone gets too up in your face. Don't worry.
I'll be okay.
I'm not either. It's a very, very great group. But, whenever alcohol's involved, some people over-friendly. They think they're being friendly and maybe in someone's personal space. Don't worry. It'll be handled. But as long as you change that to we have a private booth, we're good.
We have a private VIP bay. But I am like fairly certain that all the simulators and stuff is just you go and whatever.
Yep, Bonesy's coming in too. If you want the VIP invite at all the shoes, you got to hook it up.
All right. Bonesy, I heard you're having a pregame. Am I invited with 5 of my friends?
Yes. I am now security at all the shoes for the day. Yes.
Yeah, yes. Don't worry. All the good people will get the hookup. Tom, I saw your. Don't worry, Tom. You're #1 on the VIP list.
Tom's coming again. Nice.
Of course.
Nice.
Everybody better start warming up their hockey prowess because you're gonna have to compete with me.
So what's the hockey? What's the hockey
I'll
event?
show-
Like what do they do?
It's they put up like little targets on the thing. Did you see
it's
it?
like a top golf thing, or not top golf, but like you're
around. Then there's
you
like
gotta
you
hit it.
against
All right.
the goalie. There's you could do fastest shot. Oh, Lowski's here. Sorry, sir.
Since it's ladies' night and I want to give out great content tonight from a different perspective, can you do your best Lowski Jets chant impersonation right now?
No, I can't. I literally cannot. I don't want my neighbors to hate me. I live in an apartment.
All right. All right.
I will not be chanting at 10 o'clock at night.
How about not Lowski, just a jet chant, regular volume?
There's no chanting. It's 10 o'clock at night.
Like just regular voice volume. JETS, 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 Jets.
JETS, 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 Jets.
Thank you. That's all.
I hope that was good enough. For
Not everybody can be Lowski. Lowski has to go out to like the furthest parking spot away from the office to do it. Sometimes he does it in the building, but it's a very loud place there. He probably is not heard.
Lowski has to go to the planet to do his chant.
Yeah. He's.
Did you guys want to see a really embarrassing video of Jake trying to play golf?
I would love nothing more than to embarrass Jake. I will say this. Jake may have more subscribers than me, but I'm going to light his ass up if we do the golf simulator together.
Oh, I hit it so much further than him. It was really embarrassing for him.
All right. Hey, listen, everybody's got their talents, right? Everyone's got their skill set in life. I'm sure Jake can't do some of the things that you can do.
That's fair. Everybody has been shitting on me for the football video. And what nobody is understanding is you had to throw it to the guy who had the target. Everybody's like, oh, she's missing receivers on the left side. You weren't allowed to throw it to them. You had to hit the target. And it's very sensitive, the simulator. So like you have to do it at precisely the right time. The receivers really don't give you any help there. So
all right,
that's okay. You guys can keep calling me Zach Wilson.
Hey, listen, they're gonna lay an egg too. Don't worry. If we have this many people coming, I am the type that will go ask their name, make a note of it. My son keeping notes. He will be my boomtown for the day. And we will call out anybody who performs poorly in any athletic activities.
That's fine.
I got your back. Don't worry. That's part of the security. It's not just protection. It's also shame. Shame comes with this cookie service as well.
Yeah.
Oh, we got my buddy Mark coming in with a question. Can Carly make me a jet shoe, size 13?
Absolutely, Mark. I can. Sure can.
I will get Mark in touch with you. I have a special request.
Sure.
You've heard about Tomageddon, right?
I have.
Okay. Can I get sneakers with the right sneaker being a 13 and the left sneaker being a 12?
I'm not so sure about that. I'll see what I could do, though. I could do some research.
That was for the chat.
But yeah, anybody who's interested, go to kicksbycarly.com, and I think all the information should be there. I'm pretty sure there's a thing for Jet shoes on there already. So if you're interested, yeah, or you could send me go to the contact section. It'll email right to me. Or if you're going to see me on next Saturday, you could just come up to me and we can chitter chatter about it.
Mark, are you interested in going up to? I think we talked about it, and you were going to be away. Are you around next Saturday, Mark? Me and Nikki are going up to the event in Manhattan. If you want to go, text me. I know you're texting me now, but if you're around, let's go up together, man. It'd be fun. I'm trying to get Charles to go. I'm hoping that if I pretend to be a responsible adult for the day, that his mom will let him come and maybe stay out a little longer if he's with somebody. Like tonight, he left a little earlier because they wanted him home.
End up going tonight?
He did go tonight. Jake on not Jake's personal, the Jake Asman show on Twitter. He had a little video with Charles at the Uber as the Uber pulled up.
Amazing.
Yes. Awesome. So, gentlemen, the first lady on Ladies Night, the great Carly. If you missed any of the info, get in touch with me, comment on the stream, message me, join the Discord, and I'll get you in touch with Carly. Carly,
What?
are you on Discord?
That was my question. What is Discord?
Okay. It's basically like Facebook Messenger. It's like a group messaging, and you can join a group. Like Jake has his group for his show. I have Proud and My J Fan. The perk that I give out is if you're like a member of the channel, like see how this is the first one I see. Bonesy has the S after it, the Shiners, like that's what I call them. Jake has S Maniacs, I have Shiners. Basically, when you're gifted a membership or you become a paid member of the channel, then you're eligible to join the Discord, and that's the perk. And it's a group chat. They do have Discord parties where you can hang out and click and like be in video chat like with everybody. It's like a group FaceTime. You can be on audio only, and basically there's parties all hours of the night. Murdog and Jay fall asleep in there. Murdog fell asleep last night, and his father was trying to figure out how to close out on it. It was hysterical. Jay falls asleep in there almost every night, and it's fun. It's fun. People enjoy it, and when the shows aren't on, and people are hanging out all the time, people want to keep talking Jets, and the community has become really like a family. So there's a lot of people who hang out. If you create a Discord account, let me know, and we'll get you in.
Okay.
Leenie's in there, Aurora's in there, Sarah's in there. It's female friendly. Oh, that was not me. She left. Something I said. Next up, guest number 2. Our next queen. We have Aurora.
Hi.
Hey. Oh, hold on. You clicked too early.
I don't even know what I did, but I wasn't.
It's fine.
I didn't want you
to
to
be
think that I
true
was.
to Ladies Night. You are not the first or the last to hang up on me or exit while I was talking.
I didn't want you to think that I was like so disgusted by the idea of this Discord thing that I was like, I'm out. I gotta go.
It did. I know. As soon as I said Murdog, it was like, no, I'm out. No part of it. I understand.
Yeah, that was it. Hi, Aurora.
Hi, Carly. How are you?
Great. How are you? We're at 4.9 percenters.
Yes,
Yeah.
almost the 5% club.
Almost. We're hoping. We're
Okay.
hoping.
Well,
But
I'm excited.
Carly, thank you so much. I
Yes.
appreciate you. And anybody,
First.
type in the chat. Leave your how to get in touch with you for sneakers and things like that in the chat.
I'll be in the chat. I'll be watching all night long.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining.
Thanks for having me. Bye, everyone.
Anytime. Take
Bye.
care. Welcome. Where are you in the world? I know you were traveling. Where are you? Are you
I'm back in Dallas finally.
okay? How was Florida?
Florida was good. Besides Debbie. Debbie was a downer. So Debbie wasn't as sweet, but it was okay. Like I said, I had a good time spending time with my folks, and then just
I am
hanging.
patiently waiting for the Debbie and Dallas reference jokes to start coming in because you mentioned Dallas and then you mentioned Debbie, and now I am just waiting to see who's the first one. I figured Tom Ace would have had one already, but he did not. I know you had some flight trouble. You were supposed to go somewhere and then they canceled. How did that all work out?
Yeah, unfortunately, so Friday our flight got canceled. We had to book on another flight with Frontier to Orlando. My parents had to drive up 3 hours to pick us up. Then Monday,
Oh man.
Eve, our flight got canceled again, and Frontier did not want to give us an option to come back. Really, the next option would have been like Thursday or Friday, and that was just going to be too much for Wesley and I. So we decided to get the refund for that flight and then just fly Delta. We had to stop in Minneapolis first today, but then made it down to Dallas by 2:00 in the afternoon. So now we are ready for bed almost.
Nice. Let's see. That should have kicked in. There we go. All right. Well, it's nice to get away for a few days. This is why I'm not a big fan of traveling, because I know I have horrible luck, and best wishes to you on the next trip. Hopefully it goes much smoother, but it's always good to get out and get away for a little bit and take a break from reality, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, the next trip is coming up for the home opener, so I hope that does not have any.
Look at that. My wish is coming true immediately for you. We're going to have a kick-ass time.
Yes, we actually, Wesley and I and my dad fly in that Tuesday before the game. So, God forbid any hiccups with the flight happen, we'll have at least Wednesday to make it up there. Or even Thursday in the morning, if need be. But we are making it up there. Right? Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
Okay. Well, while I got you, I'm going to throw some questions out for you. How did you get into football? And do you remember like what age? Like, where you were like, "Oh, I like this. Like, I'm in."
So my father was a season ticket holder for many years, and ever since I was young, I always was telling my mom, like, "Where's Dad going?" And she would say, "Dad's going to the football game. Dad's going to do this. He's going to hang out with the guys." And then I would say, again, I was kind of also dressed up in football gear when I was younger, like cheerleader outfits, etc. So kind of like football kind of got ingrained into me very young. But my first vivid memory of football was really during the Brett Favre season.
The torn bicep. I'm not telling anybody year, as I recall it. 2008, the year my son was born. I remember it very, very well. Well, that kind of answers the second question too, with like who influenced you in choosing the Jets. That would be your dad, right?
Yeah, my dad he doesn't want to admit it because he's like, Aurora made the choice to become a Jets fan. He'll always say that out loud, but my dad,
he doesn't want to be blamed for it.
He doesn't want to be blamed for it. But my dad, unfortunately, he made me a Jets fan. He ingrained the Jets into me. And my dad's been a Jets fan since he was young. He had a Mickey Schuler at his bat mitzvah.
Oh, nice.
Special guest, yeah. And so my dad has always been ingrained into the Jets, and his family has been ingrained into the Jets. So it's just, passed along.
All right, awesome. Favorite player all time, and then your favorite current player.
Ooh, okay. Favorite player all time, I will say, has to be. It's kind of a tie between Mark Sanchez and Darrelle Revis / Bart Scott. I feel like that era of football is my generation's favorite. Because that's when the Jets were actually relevant. I know Mark, after his 2 seasons, his rookie year and his second year, kind of went downhill from there. But still, those 4 AFC championship games, those are the highlight of my life and everything like that. That's
definitely
the time I know the Jets to be successful. And then I would say favorite current player. Oh, that's a great question. And I know there's so many typical questions.
Give me one. And it doesn't have to be the best player. Give me your favorite player.
Right now, I would say I'm probably the most relatable to Sauce.
Okay.
Most relatable to Sauce.
Right. That's a good answer.
And the defense, yeah.
Okay. I like it. We're going to switch it up here a little bit. Favorite Jets moment?
Okay. So my
It could
favorite
be at a tailgate. It could be a game. It could be, it could be anything, not just a play. But your favorite Jet moment.
So my favorite one is during the I think it was the second year of the AFC runs. The game against the Indianapolis Colts where we won it with a field goal
Mm-hmm.
with the game.
Nick Folk. Shout out to Nick Folk.
Nick Folk. My favorite memory with that is that me and my dad were watching that game. And I think the game was on Saturday night if I remember correctly there. And me
I
and
know
my dad,
New England was Saturday night. I'm trying to remember. That was the wild card weekend.
yes. I thought it was
I think we
Saturday night.
played back. I think you're right. I think we played back-to-back Saturdays.
Yeah. So me and my dad were watching the game at home and we were holding our breath. And then once Nick Folk made that field goal, we were jumping up and down hysterically in our apartment. We woke up our neighbors and they thought that we were having a big fight or something like that and they called the cops. But no, it was just the Jets winning a game and advancing into the playoffs further. So that was probably my most favorite memory and like something that I will always keep in the back of my head with that.
Awesome. I like it. Now to do a complete 180. Most disappointing Jets moment.
The bump fumble.
Really?
Yeah, the bump fumble.
Okay.
I will say like
Right.
that play started the spiral of those years of agony football. Besides 2015, I would say like it just started with those years of agony of watching horrendous
Okay.
football.
I get it. All right. That's the first domino or the first bunghole, if you will. As soon as it hit that, everything else fell. I got you. Maybe we got to reverse the curse and have Aaron Rodgers just. Sometimes you got to reverse the universe by going back to square one. So maybe we need Mark to come and reenact that one day at camp. Who knows? Maybe he'll do it.
Look, they need to learn proper sliding techniques. They need to know proper blocking techniques. I know we're all going to hold our breath when the first time Aaron Rodgers gets sacked. I just know that, and I just hope that he gets up.
Aurora, he's never getting sacked. So let's just pipe the hell down. No one's touching him. He's a football angel. He's going to float away from all the pass rushers this year. Oh, my God. My heart can't take that. I had a double shot, and now you're making me think about Aaron Rodgers. I'm about to have heart attack number 2.5 here.
Look, I'm putting realism out there,
I got you. Maybe a late hit, probably, but no sacks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a game day ritual? Maybe like an outfit or a snack, a meal, a beverage? Like, do you have anything that you do wearing certain socks or sitting on a certain place, like at the house? Like, do you have any rituals?
I will say this. I always deck out in Jets attire, no matter if it's a really bad season or it's a season where they're relevant and things are going pretty well. I will say this. I deck out in a lot of Jets clothes. And I always try to like have food, like have the typical like tailgate type of food, whether that's like burgers or hot dogs or something like that. And like as I've gotten older, like sometimes I'll drink, sometimes I won't. During the game. It just will depend on my mood.
Okay.
But really
if they win, will you wear the same thing the following week? Are you like superstitious like that or no?
So sometimes I do that. Sometimes I will. If it's a good game and then the following week I want to wear the same outfit, then yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I will do wardrobe changes during the game if it's going poorly. Like I will have a week's worth of laundry the last couple seasons during some of our games because I will just keep trying to get something going. Like I am that lunatic superstitious.
Like last year I wore my Converse that are Jet, like it has the Jets logo on it and everything like that every single game. I wore those and I'm going to be wearing those again this year with that.
Awesome. If you could change any moment in Jets history, what would it be?
The butt fumble.
Okay. All right.
The butt
All
fumble.
right. That's it.
Butt fumble. It was kind of funny because I showed my director, because she's not into football at all. And I told her, I said, you gotta, because her husband's a big Dallas Cowboys fan. And I said, she's told me like he's always complaining about the Cowboys and all that type of stuff. And I told her, I said, look at the butt fumble video. And then as she showed me, she's like, ooh, that's bad. I said, yeah, Cowboys have not had it as bad as the Jets. I'm sorry.
No. They've had people who aren't on AARP see Super Bowls. So, nope, you're right. They have not. And last question here. Favorite part of being a Jets fan?
I would say the community. I think our community of Jets fans is probably the best fandom like everyone says like, oh, my fandom's the best, my like everything, but I feel like we're actually like a community. And I think like that's the best part of being a Jets fan is like if you go to a tailgate, and even if you're like not a Jets fan necessarily, Jets fans will welcome you in. And they won't give you like all this shit like other fans will, or like throw beer on you, or like there's some crappy fans, but I would say majority of our community is really, really nice. And we're all welcoming and we're all looking out for each other. And, it just goes to show by doing shows like this and being part of the Discord and doing additional things like that, like meetups. We create a community. That's what I really love about being a Jets fan. And I think we've all been through the same pain with this team for so long.
Yeah.
We bond over it. We bond over that trauma. So I think again that's my favorite part about being a Jets fan and being part of this community.
I like it. That seems to be a popular answer, and I agree. It's we talk almost daily, to everyone in the chat, to the people on air. And I next to my kids, I talk to you guys more than anyone in my life. So I mean I can relate to it. The community's outstanding. It's strangers becoming friends and then family, as everyone seems to be saying and agreeing with. So awesome answer. I will say that I look forward to changing my answer in February and saying that my new favorite thing is fucking winning. So no disrespect to anyone here, but I hope that we all move the community down to number 2 and saying that winning is now number 1.
Yeah, I think we're all just kind of starving for those wins. And I think this team this year is going to be special. I hope the injury bug doesn't get us again. I know there will be injuries because that's just part of the game of football. But again, I think this team is more well equipped than last year, and is able to recover as needed. And I think as well, if something does happen, I think Joe D is going to get aggressive. I think he's going to make some moves, sign some players, trade for someone. I think there is going to be he's going to be aggressive. It's going to be his last swing with it because if they're not successful this year, it's just, again, next year's going to be cleaning house.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Well, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being one of the proud New York Jet fan queens. I appreciate you. I salute you. And thank you.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Thank you for having me on.
Anytime. We will talk soon. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Aurora. Good night. Next up, now entering the game, number 42, Mariano Rivera, number 42. Coming in next is the great queen, Leenie. Hi, Leenie.
Hi, how are you?
How you doing?
Good,
Awesome.
thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for being a part of the chat. Thank you for being one of the queens of the channel. You're awesome.
Oh, thank you. Well, thanks for having us. I enjoyed Carly's and Aurora, so it was fun.
Definitely. And I want to thank the new subscribers. We got a couple new subscribers tonight during the show. Enjoy your stay. And you are witnessing the first, to my knowledge, anywhere, any Jets show, the first ladies' night. So everyone's always trying to think of new ideas and they want to do the first thing. And here's my big dumb ass thinking of it, saying, you know what? Let's show some appreciation to the ladies.
It's very good, Nick.
Thank you. I thought it'd be fun. You guys are always in the chat, and I thought you
girls
deserved
like
your own
sports
night.
too.
Yeah, you're a big part of our community and very well respected, and wanted to get you guys on. So let me ask you. Let's get right into it. How did you get into football? And do you remember how? Is it like what age? Like when did you like all of a sudden look at it and go, I like this. This is going to be my thing.
Okay, well, it's kind of, I think, like most Jet fans, my dad got me into football. I just remember like around 5 years old, just sitting and, just being in the same room with him and watching it. Now, I was still 4 when the Jets won the Super Bowl. So then I turned 5 March. So that September, I just remember starting to watch it. But I have to say, I think about like 8 or 9, that's when I really kind of understood the game, because my dad would, teach me things and stuff. But I think around like 8, that's when I really understood what I was watching and really got into it.
Okay. Nice. Is there a moment or like a play or like a day when that moment did click for you, or was it just like did it all just come together one day? Like, was there a specific moment, play, game, or event, or was it just kind of like you noticed one day, like, you know what, I'm like you're saying, I dig this.
Yeah, no, I think I just like all of a sudden it clicked and I just digged it, like dug it. I just remember watching and I'd be like, that was a fumble. Like I knew what that meant.
Nice.
Yeah, so I can't really remember, gosh, it's a long time ago.
It wasn't that long ago. You young, vibrant queen.
55 years I've been cheering for this team. 55 years. I can't believe it. Ugh, it's crazy.
That's
how fast life goes.
That's dedication. God bless you for it.
Yeah.
Well, you are going to be rewarded this year. I promise you.
Yes,
it's going to be worth it. All of us are going to be rewarded. I know some people are afraid to make predictions. Some people are afraid to talk about being great.
Mm-hmm.
F that, not me. We're winning the goddamn thing this year. We're hoisting the trophy. I have no doubt.
Every season I make a prediction and my brother just laughs at me. So
tell your brother, come see me. Tell your brother, come see me. I'll take care of him. No negativity here. It's all positive going forward for us. Well, since you've been a fan for so long, you probably have some different names than the other queens. Who's your favorite player of all time?
Okay, well, my first player that I just loved was Greg Buttle. I loved him, and I got a chance to meet him. My dad used to do refereeing and stuff like that on the side, and he was doing basketball, and they asked him, the Jets were doing some kind of what do you call it, charity thing. So they asked my dad it was a basketball, and asked him to be one of the referees. So, my sister, myself, and my brother all went. And I just remember standing online, and he was the first one that I wanted to sign. They gave you like little sheets with their pictures on it. I wish I had it. I should have thought about that.
Oh, the old like laminated print, like index cards.
Well, it was paper.
Yep.
But they had who the
they went all out for him. They gave
they had who the players
17
were.
by 10.
Yeah. So you had like each player. So then you could line up, and Greg Buttle was the first one I lined up on. So I was so nervous. My heart was beating and all this stuff. And I remember my dad comes up and whispers in my ear, and he goes, ask him for a kiss. So I was like, Dad, stop. So I get up there, and he's like, so he's I don't know how many he probably did. So he kind of not really like looked at me. And I was just telling him like, oh, you're my favorite player and this and that. So then my dad comes up and goes, hey, Greg, give her a kiss. So then he goes, what? And he looked at me and he goes, oh. So he wipes off his beard and he leaned over and he gave me a kiss on the cheek. I remember my knees like buckled. I almost fainted. Oh my God. That's one of the best memories I had, but I loved him. But actually my favorite player of all time is Wayne Corbett.
Good answer.
Yeah, I just think, he was born in Jersey, went to Hofstra. He was short. I'm short, and he was little, and just working hard. He made the team, and I just enjoyed watching him play. And then when he became Mr. Third Down, and he always gave 120% of himself. So he became my all-time favorite Jet.
Okay. How about currently? Who's your favorite current Jet?
Okay, currently, gosh, I like so many. I love CJ Mosley. Of course, Garrett Wilson and Sauce, and I love JJ. But I have to say, right now, one of my favorite is Breece Hall. Since everyone knows I'm old school, and just that ground and pound. I just love the running back, and I just think he's great. So right now, he's like my favorite. Just like I said, the ground and pound. And I think this year, I can't wait to watch it. We're just going to get the jugular. I want step on their neck and make them not breathe and just bang them. Bang. I can't wait to watch that.
Acting like a true queen and calling for murder to happen.
Yes.
Way to elevate the game. Leenie did not see you being with murder, but here we are.
Oh, no, I can't wait for this defense to feast this year. I cannot wait.
I love it. That's fantastic take. And I did not have you coming out with that. That's fantastic. Caught me off guard. Not many times I'm speechless. And here I am.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be lovely. Think about it, Jeff. Really, everybody, think about it. We're going to be winning games in the fourth quarter, and we're just going to be able to run, and just never let them get the ball back. Like, I can't wait. I just like my mouth. Sorry, my mouth is just like salivating right now. Just thinking about it.
You bloodthirsty animal. I love it.
I am. I'm tasting it, Nick. Oh God. Geez.
Leenie, please cover your ears for a moment. Cover your ears for a moment, Leenie.
That did not come up. I meant tasting victory. That's what I meant.
That's what she said.
That's what
I don't want to be rude in front of you, but yeah, cover your eyes for a sec. That's what she said.
Yeah. Open mouth, insert foot. Oh, geez. I do it all the time.
Come on, now foot jokes. Now you're making fun of my foot, Leenie. Jesus Christ. This is why we saved you for the end. I didn't know you were bringing it like this tonight. I know Johnny Boy is laughing hysterically right now because you made a foot joke. I will never, ever, ever hear the end of this from Johnny. Johnny will always reference, even Leenie made fun of Nick's foot. Good stuff. Good stuff, Leenie.
Sorry.
Favorite Jet moment.
Okay, favorite Jet moment. Not that there was so many of them. But I'd have to say watching that 98 team get to the AFC Championship. That was that was a great team, Vinny and the Jets. Oh, I love that team. They were so great. So that was fun, and then it wasn't. But that, and then when they beat the Patriots in the playoffs, they went into Tom Brady's home, and we just beat the crap out of them. They didn't lose there.
They did not lose there. They did not lose at home. And in November, or the first Monday in December, they beat the shit out of us on Monday Night Football. 45-3. That's the infamous game where Rex went and buried the football underneath the tree, and said,
Yep.
we put this behind us.
Behind us.
Nobody gave us a chance. You know, LaDainian Tomlinson's great pregame speech, Bart Scott after the game. Nobody gave us a chance in that game.
Oh yeah, that
Everyone,
can't be.
Tom Jackson, everybody picked against
No.
us, said the Jets have no chance in this game. And Mark Sanchez, for one night, outplayed Tom Brady. And the New York Jets shocked the world.
Oh, I'll never forget that morning I woke up. And the minute I woke up, I was like, my stomach, I had the butterflies and flip-flops. I thought I was going to throw up. I was like, I couldn't wait until the game started. And we went to my brother's house. So he had we had some friends there and this and that. And I remember walking in and I saw my brother in his kitchen and everyone's like, oh, you know, Lenie's here. And my eyes are locked on my brother. And he looked at me and he goes, are you ready? And I just burst into tears. So he runs over to me, hugs me really tight, and he whispered in my ear, he goes, we're going to fucking win tonight. And I'm like, you're damn straight we are. And that's like, and so I was already crying before the game even started. But I felt it. I just knew it, that we were going to beat them. I just knew it. Ugh.
I have never been, I'm intense. I'm much calmer now that I don't drink anymore, but we've also been shit. But I get very intense. Like I've given everyone the warning for the opener and for the Halloween game. Like, talk to me in the lot. Don't expect conversation with me during the game. Like for Jake's outing, I'm in the middle of the aisle and I fucking hate that. I'm gonna offer everyone if I could get to the I need to move. I'm too high energy to be sitting in the middle of an aisle watching a game. And you're right in front of me. We checked our seats. You're in front of me about 5-6 seats over. So you're going to hear me. You're going to be turning around. You're going to hear me. I'm a lunatic.
Oh,
we got to find a way to get
Mom, you got to behave yourself. And I'm like, I will, I am a little better, when I'm not in my own house. Forget it. Like sometimes my son and my husband have to go in the basement because I'm screaming at the TV. I'm very into, I'm, 4-letter language, everything. When my daughter was younger and I was living with my mom and I'd be like, Kayla, you got to go upstairs. Why, mommy? Go upstairs. I have to use 4-letter language. So she would go upstairs and knock on the door and open the door and said, Grandma, I got to come in here. Mommy's going to be cursing at the Jets. Well, I did that with everything. I'm a sports fanatic, so I love all kind of sports, but football is my favorite.
I want to welcome Boba Jet, my friend. Welcome,
nice.
Joining sees Leenie on screen and says, you know what? It's ladies' night. I'm going to become a member of this channel. Boba, thank you. You have your own emoji, and now you can use it. Boba gifted one night to get us to our next tier, and I said, whoever gets us there gets an emoji. He gifted it, and now he gets to use his own emoji. Thank you so much. Thank you for doing that. And you know what? Let's get into the act. Let's get this going. I'm going to I'm waiting for YouTube to load. YouTube will not load. I'm going to buy one. I'm going to dig into the pocket and purchase one since Boba did. Let's get this party started. Oh, hold on a second. I hate YouTube right now. I really, truly do. But not YouTube, the computer. If I open 2 streams and it's live, it will not function properly. Well, I'm trying to rectify that. I got to ask you, most disappointing Jet moment?
Okay. I have 2.
That's the right sound to make. That's the right. That breath was the right response to the question because your brain just got flooded with so many.
There's so many. I mean,
moments. I felt that, Lee. I felt that pain.
The mud bowl. Can we talk about the mud bowl? Ugh, the mud bowl. Todd is God. But I have to say that the 98 when they lost to the Broncos. Oh God. Because that team, like I said, I really believe that team would have won the Super Bowl. So that was terrible. And I still, to this day, blame my sister Kelly. Now, my older sister is a sports fan. My younger sister, not so much. So she called me at halftime. They look so good. They're going to win. And I'm like, Kelly, no, stop, stop. You're going to jinx them. Don't do that. And sure enough, they lost. And I was like, it's all your fault. And then I have to
I
say,
cursed Keith Byers when remember when Keith Byers tried to jump over him before halftime, and Romanowski came in and his helmet knocked out the ball on Keith Byers. That's the moment that I look at that game, and that's where you could see everything turn. Real quick, Addison gifted not one, but 2 memberships, and they went to Wild Wave. Where'd it go?
nice, Addison.
Wild Wave and R&R. And then Boba Jet gifted one that went to Zachary Berner. Thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for gifting. And let's get back to that. So yeah, that game stings. That game stings. I can relate.
And well, like I said, I've seen them 4 times in the AFC Championship. They all hurt, but that one
They do.
That one really hurt. And then, of course, it was last season. I was so excited for that game. And my son got me the black Rogers jersey for Mother's Day. So he was up. He came upstairs and he's like, Mom, I'm in the living room. Where are you? I'm like, I'm coming. So I went to get my jersey on. We lost my dad in November of 2020. So I said, Dad, please be with the Jets. Nobody get seriously hurt, please. And then football gods, and I was praying. And then I walk out so excited. I was like, a little kid on Christmas morning. And then Ford plays in. And I just burst into tears. Now my son's like, Mom, stop it. What are you doing? He's fine. He's fine. And I'm like, it's over. It's over. It's over. And then when he saw the replay, because I'm like, my hands are now, covering my face. And he goes, oh, like that. And he goes, yeah, Mom, he's gone. So I was devastated. My daughter called me the next day. Mom, are you okay? No. And I'm crying with her. And then the 2 of us are like laughing. My brother called me. My husband's friends were texting, is Leenie okay? And he's like, no, she's not. And then my younger sister, she gave me 3 days. And then she called me and said, are you okay? And it's funny because my mom, she has like Alzheimer's, and most of the time she's not really with it. But
I'm sorry.
Thank you. The next morning, my sister, no, it was that night. My sister went in to go, after she saw what happened, went in to go check on my mom. And my mom was still awake. And my mom goes, you will not believe, Mom, what happened. Rogers got hurt with the Jets. The season's probably over. And my mom really doesn't talk that much. And if she does, it's like whispers. And she just said, oh, I hope Eileen's going to be okay. So she knew that I was going to be devastated. Oh, it was, I'll never get that feeling, that taste out of my body unless we win this year. Like, I really think we are. I was thinking 14-3, and then I reeled myself back and I said, all right, 13-4. And I said this on Jake. I called into his radio show, one of his radio shows, and I told him, I'm like, this is our year. We're finally going to have it. We're going to have the season we were supposed to have last year. And we're going to go and play the Chiefs AFC Championship at home. So we're going to be the number 1 seed.
Amen. That's why we get the 4th loss, because the last week won't mean anything, and we can rest everybody.
Exactly. And my girlfriend is a big Chiefs fan. And I told her, I said, one of these days, I said, my Jets are going to kick your Chiefs' ass to get to the Super Bowl. So this is it. This is the year. I'm hoping. Okay. That's why it just, like I said, it's just talking now. My mouth is just salivating. Sorry.
Well, you know what? On that note, I want to thank Addison for gifting another membership. And Leenie,
Madison.
something that, you know, Leenie's got a little bit of a freaky level to her. So I'm just going to read the name. Addison gifted a membership to the Pussy Assassin. Please don't judge me. I'm sorry. Some people find that word, but I have to read the name. It's a new member to the channel. It's you got to read the name, and not to be topped. JETS mess joined the party and gifted
nice.
to TJet 73.
Now, Jets mess. Are you going to change your name when we win the Super Bowl? I'm just curious.
Kid, I love it. I love calling out the chat. Very good. I gifted one that, whoa, what just happened to my screen? That got a little freaky. All right, we're back. All right, you can see me? You can hear me?
Yep, I see you.
I gifted one that went to Michael Stipik. So
nice.
Thank you, everyone, for gifting. We're not too far away from, we got 9 new ones tonight. We are 34 away. 34 memberships. Not that we're going to get those tonight, but would add this as the next emoji.
Oh, do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man? Do you?
Bobby didn't want to be the Muffin Man, so Gator made me the Muffin Man. And when we get to that next tier, that will be the next emoji.
I love
me
it.
as the Muffin Man. So, next question for you. Let me get back to the questions. Do you have a game day ritual? Do you have an outfit that you wear, snacks or meals? Like, what are you superstitious? Like, if you're superstitious, just all right, perfect. This is up my alley. Awesome. Hit me with it. What are your game day superstitions?
So bad. Okay, when I lived in New York with my parents, we did the same thing. Everyone sat in the same chair. So I do the same thing here. I have my chair. My husband sits in the same spot on the couch, and my son sits on the same spot on the couch.
Okay.
Now, I just decide, okay, what am I going to wear? I have, a few jerseys, but not too many. I used to hate getting a jersey and then somebody leaves. But I have like different Jet shirts and things like that. So I'll just pick, what do I feel like? So I'll pick a shirt and that will stay on until they lose. You never, ever, ever wash off a win, ever. So I am hoping this season that I have the worst body odor ever because I'm wearing the shirt consecutive weeks.
Nice.
Which I think is going to happen.
Will you switch seats if the game is not going the right way? Will you try to change the energy in the room?
I've never tried to switch my seat.
Okay. All right.
Okay. But I have changed shirts if they're really losing badly.
All right.
I've done that.
We are similar.
Yeah.
We are very similar.
Yeah. And then I always have my same cup. I have one of those Jet cups where, that you put in the freezer.
Yeah. Like the frosty mugs.
Yeah. So I have one of those. It's not a mug, but it's big. And I always have a beer. And, but sometimes, like actually last year, I remember the first game, I actually filled it up with water. Maybe that's why everything went because I wasn't drinking that night. Because I don't drink during the week, and it was Monday night and blah 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 whatever. But I did add water to it. But maybe that was why, I don't know. But I always drink out of the same cup.
Oh, shout out to Mark for gifting a membership that went to Daniel Murphy. And forgive me, I'm so excited to be interviewing the ladies tonight. I forgot I'm going to play a couple of these right in a row.
Oh, I used to love that.
You always got to watch it fly over. You ready?
Oh, okay. What?
You got to watch the jet fly over.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Mark. And congrats to Daniel Murphy.
Nice. Oh, hey, Murph.
Yes,
Yeah,
Murph.
I
Yeah,
used to
I'm
love
very
doing that chant. You know, I had season tickets and I was in 301. So right behind the goalpost. And I was
Mhm.
in the first row. So no one could, somebody's big head's not in the way. Cause you know, I'm short. No one's standing. So no one was in my way. I love that. People always say, oh, 50-yard line. No, I loved my seats. You got to see
I
the
love it.
play. Oh, you know, the hole open up and just, they were the best seats. Oh, I
I
did it
didn't say
again.
anything. I didn't say
Yes,
anything.
just by
I
looking at
didn't say anything. You can't yell at me. I didn't say it. I didn't say
I meant
anything.
the offensive
I
line.
was
Oh,
commenting on my seats in the old stadium used to be 324. So
okay.
I was 2 sections off. So I'd love, and in the new stadium, I was 325 and 326. So I call it the Madden view.
Mhm.
Coincidentally, for the home opener, our seats are in section 325. So I love that behind the goalpost view. If you're not down on the field at the 50, I'd rather be up higher
Mhm.
because you could see if you're in the end zone and you're the 7th row in the end zone, you can't see if it's a 3-yard play or an 8-yard play
Right.
down the other end of the field. When you have
Right.
elevation and you can see the depth of the field and you can see the depth of the routes and watch the routes open, and if the
Open.
linebacker blitzes, you see the opening on the field. I love
Mhm.
that view. I call it the Madden view because that's how it is in the video game.
Yeah.
But I absolutely love being up there. If you could change any moment in Jets history, what would it be?
Um, it was so funny, Aurora, when she said the butt fumble. I just laughed. Sorry, Aurora.
Real
That
quick,
was
while you're thinking, Jake is in the chat, everyone. Jake Asman here. If I put on a wig, can I join the show and pretend I'm Alan?
yes.
Well, Jake, I think you're in a hotel in New Jersey, and if you packed a wig with you, we need to talk off air, pal. If you were like, I need my podcast equipment, I need my jet skier, and I need the wig in case things get freaky tonight on Nick's show. We need to talk off air and we need to have an intervention. I did see, I've been plugging it a couple times on the Jake Asman show on Twitter, the interview with Charles before he got into the Uber. Outstanding.
Yeah.
Outstanding. How am I supposed to follow that up? I watched that 10 minutes before my show starts. I'm like, how do I follow up this content?
That was great. I'm glad he made it there.
Yeah, I'm glad it worked out, and the weather held off, and people were able to get there. I saw the Jet chant with the crowd. It looked like it was a fun time. I hope everything went off without a hitch. That's awesome. Jake, when I'm done with Leenie, if you want to come hang out, you can do it without the wig. We'll allow that. You got a name and a rep to keep, and we don't want to soil that. But Leenie, go ahead. Give me, and thank you for the super chat, Jake. You are the man.
Okay.
Yeah,
don't
any
remember
moments
what I
that you
said.
would change in Jet
the moment.
history?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, 98, I wish they would have beaten the Broncos. Like I said, I really think that team would have won the Super Bowl. And then, of course, last season, of course, but it is what it is. Also, too, when you think about it, it was our fault with Brady, Mo Lewis or Bledsoe.
That's mine. Like on Instagram, there's always these sports pages. CBS will say, if they change one thing, I always say I'd have Mo Lewis not hit Drew Bledsoe.
Yes.
That's my moment in NFL history. If you can give me any moment to change, I would change Mo Lewis just letting Drew Bledsoe slowly and methodically step out of bounds and not almost ending his life.
Yep.
And that's not a joke. He collapsed his lung and pierced it with a broken rib. He literally almost ended his life.
Mm-hmm. Crazy. Ugh. Yeah, we were tortured after that. Oh, I hated Tom Brady.
Why past tense? You like him now?
Well, tell you, I respect him as a football player, but I hated what he did to, what he just made my life a living hell.
Facts.
My life, I have to say, my sports life.
I agree with you 100%. I've
Yeah.
said for years, and I'm 45 now, but when I was 25, 22 when this started, I was willing to fight him to the death uninterrupted. Now, no, I don't do anything like that. I just yell. I can intimidate people just by yelling and making. I have a unique ability to yell and embarrass people in public at like games and events and make it funny to where they don't want to fight and they'll laugh at me making fun of them. You'll see if we. I mean, our whole section should be all Jets fans, but if there are people there who are running their mouths, I'll handle it. Don't worry. I got you, girl. You're covered.
Okay.
I promise. You just look at me and point, and I'll handle it for you.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you.
Favorite part of being a Jet fan?
I guess, like everybody said, it's just, I kind of miss it when we were all on Long Island and Sundays, most of the time they would come to my mom's house, and we'd make meatballs and sauce and just have a nice big meal while we were watching the Jets. So it's just family. Unfortunately, my daughter, I made her hate football, but she's a little better now that she's older. But it's just family. And, this is going to be the 4th season without my dad. And it's sad. Because I just used to love, watching the games with him, going to the games with him. And when I moved here first, North Carolina, and then my parents came down like 5 years later. And then about, I guess, 8 years ago, they moved to Florida. Now my sister was taking care of them. But I just, I miss after the games. And sometimes he would call before the games, just how do you feel? And what do you think's going to happen today? And then being able to talk afterwards. I just miss that. It's the little things. So it's just about family and everyone getting together. And then after a while, like my brother would have friends over and people would talk and I'd be like, shush, I'm trying to watch. That's one thing. I've never missed a Jet game ever. Now I might not have watched it live, but I've never missed a game. So, when you have VCRs, be able to tape it. So if I had to do something with my daughter, I would listen and kind of like, what's the score? And it didn't matter if it was 48-0. I'd come home and I'd sit and I'd watch the game. And I did that when with my husband, he's like, you're crazy. Because my son, he traveled for, he was on a travel baseball team. And so before the game started, I'd sit in the car and listen on the radio and then watch the game and then come home and I'd sit and watch it. He's like, why are you torturing yourself? I'm like, I need to see. I can't just I want to watch the game. And then I'd watch Jets post game live afterwards. I'm just crazy.
Yeah. No, I get
I'm crazy.
We've lost a lot lately. So the post games, I can't do it. I don't like, not to make light of it but it's literally like losing like a pet. Like I am like down in the dumps. This year we don't have a lot of games Sunday afternoons. We got some primetime games. So, the show on Sunday night is supposed to be like, VR and I are doing a wrap-up show for the games on Sunday nights, but we don't have a lot of Sunday games to start. So almost gonna be like those Sunday games. Like the Jets are messing with my YouTube schedule by having multiple games on Thursday nights. Like, hello, do you guys know I'm trying to build a brand here? Like, what the hell? But I can't do, like, I praise Green Bean and Jeremy all the time. Richie, I can't do a watch party. I can't do that. I can't think about engaging with people when if I move my head the wrong way, I think that I interfered with a play. Like I'm a fucking lunatic, Leenie. Like I'm not even trying to like hide it. Like my phone has to go face down the other side on mute. Like I don't care if there's an emergency anywhere. I'm not going. The Jets are on.
Yes.
Everyone in my family knows this. Like, just text Nick. He'll get back to either at halftime or after the game when all the phone calls are coming in. You know, Mark Reese has watched games with me. He knows I'm a nut. I'm an absolute nut. Like, you know, even now that I don't drink anymore, I'm just as nutty with my superstitions. You know, my son has it. I went into the bathroom last year and I had to pee. And he's like, "Oh, Dad, wait, don't come out." I'm like, "Why? What are they doing?" He's like, first down, Zach Wilson to Garrett Wilson. I'm like, "All right, let me know when I can come out." Like, I wouldn't leave the bathroom. I gave into his superstition because I passed this psychotic torch down to my son. So he's just like, "All right, wait. All right, they're punting. You can come out." I'm like, "God damn it. I stood in there for nothing." But yeah, I get it. I get being that level of fandom. I get being that that we live or die with this. And if you don't live it like we live it, you can't explain it to somebody.
No.
You know, there are people out there who commit to television shows. Like, they won't miss Grey's Anatomy. They won't miss the talent shows on TV. You know, this is our world, and it happens once a week for a third of the year, and we're there. Male, female, we're there week after week, and we let it affect our mood. We let it affect our engagement with other human beings, whether it's that day leading up to the game, during the game, after the game. If we're winning, we're the happiest person in the world for the next couple days. If we lose, why do you think I don't have a show planned on Monday and Tuesday? In the event we lose a game or two this year, I need till Wednesday to recover mentally.
Yes.
So,
oh yeah, no, I wouldn't be able, if I had a show, I wouldn't be able to do it. Like, especially if they lost. I just like to watch it because me screaming at the TV, why'd they do that? And why did he call that play? And then watching it and watching other people said the same thing I did. At least it makes me feel a little better that I'm not the one that's freaking crazy here.
well,
I don't know how. Like, I was watching Jake that
we're
time.
not saying you're not crazy. We've talked to you. You're a Jet fan. You gotta be a little crazy.
You have to be a little crazy.
You gotta be a little nuts.
Yes.
None of us are completely normal.
But I wouldn't be able to do that. I remember that one game, that Thursday night game with the Jaguars, and I was just so angry, and you know, watching Jake, and I'm like, how is he doing this right now? He's all wet and he's in his car and he stinks. He stinks. And I was just like, there's no way. But it made me feel better watching him saying, okay, it's not just me. I'm not the only one that wants to just bang my head against the wall. So it makes you feel a little better.
Yeah. And shout out to one of our newest female Jets fans, Sarah. Is that why I'm going crazy?
Sarah.
Because I'm a Jet fan? Yes, you were destined for this.
Yeah,
you didn't
that's
know
why
it.
you're going crazy.
Shout out to Boss Man for helping the conversion take place, and welcome. He stinks. There he is. There's Jake.
I love you too, Jake. Oh, it's the best thing. Because that's why I love this community. My husband and my son just can't stand me talking all the time. And my son was actually like, Mom, why don't you go look? Maybe you can find someone on YouTube. Oh, really? They have, like, on YouTube, they have people that, you know, have shows. And he goes, oh, yeah. And I happened to find Jake was the first one to pop up. And I'm like, oh, he's a cute kid. All right, let me see what he has to say.
Oh, Leenie, turn your freaky down.
And I enjoyed it. And I'm like, wow, this is so great. So now I don't have to bother them with all my stuff. My son gets crazy because anytime even if we're watching the Yankees, it doesn't matter, whatever we're watching, and somebody referenced something, I'm like, you know, oh yeah, well, you know, the Jets, blah, 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 blah. And my son just looks at me and goes, Mom, really? Can we get through one show or just a day without you always having to bring up Zach Wilson or the Jets and this and that? And I'm like, sorry. You know, you're 22 now. This is you. I've been like this since you were in my womb. Just get used to it.
Nice. Well, Leenie, thank you so much for
Oh
coming
no,
on.
thank
Thank you
you.
for
And I'm
being.
sorry if I'm babbling. That's what I do.
You're
I
not. You're not. Everyone's loving it. I'm very happy that I thought of this today and got to engage with all of you. And the chat feedback was outstanding throughout the whole night.
Oh, good.
Thank you
I'm
to
glad.
you. Thank you to all the other ladies, all the other queens of the Proud NYJ fan
Yes.
channel for popping
I
on.
love you all. Mwah. I love all the queens.
You're the best. We will do this again. I promise. I promise. I love talking with you. You're a very knowledgeable fan, and you're entertaining to talk to. So
Yeah, I can't wait to
and
meet you on Halloween, and
you are
everybody
getting
else
the
who's
biggest
going.
hug. You are
I
getting
cannot
the
wait.
biggest
I
hug.
already told my husband. I said I'm gonna get lots of hugs. And he goes,
Definitely.
"Oh no," he goes, "I know it. He goes, "I know you're gonna be hugging everybody." He's
Uh,
not a jealous guy anyway, but
Perfect. Question for you, because you mentioned something earlier that piqued my interest. You said you're short. How tall are you?
4'10" and a half.
Shit, that's my wheelhouse, Leenie. You leave the husband alone. Leave him at home, sweetheart. Oh, that's it. Yeah, I got a midget fetish. You're borderline there.
Oh yeah. You don't have to tell me. My son tells me all the time, "Mom, 4'9" and under." I'm like, DJ, shut your mouth.
Awesome.
But so far I haven't shrunk, but it's been a while since I measured myself, so who knows.
Nice. Awesome. I can't wait to meet you. It's going to be so much fun. And we will talk many, many times before then. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Queen
thank you.
Leenie, everybody. Give it up for
Thank
Queen
you.
Leenie. Clap if you're home. Clap for her.
Yay.
Awesome. We'll talk soon.
Good night.
Good night. Awesome. Mark this day down. I know you guys like the Boomtown Keeps Notes. While I'm talking here, let's add that to the screen. What did we learn today? I think we had an awesome show. I want to thank Carly. I want to thank Aurora, and I want to thank Leenie for coming on. That was great. Oscar, it's Proud NYJ fan with no spaces. I even messaged her. Carly, I messaged you on Instagram. Go into add friends and type Proud NYJ fan with no spaces and add me as a friend. And then when I get the notification, I can add you to the group. Oscar is in pure panic mode right now about getting you into the Discord. That's it. We got Carly, we got Sarah, we got Aurora, we got Leenie, we got Genergy, we got everyone. We got all the ladies coming in. It's a female takeover. I love it. So for those of you who like to call me out when I'm wrong, if I say something, I misspeak, mark this day on your goddamn calendars. Nick had a good idea. I thought Ladies' Night was awesome. I thought it was something different, and it's definitely something I would visit again. And I do have to say this. The ladies raised the bar. The bar is up here now. For any of you guys who want to call in on future shows, you got to bring it. They were dropping knowledge. They were dropping insight. They were doing outstanding work. Yes, Boba, it's scrolling on the bottom of the screen. That banner on the bottom of the screen. Download Discord, friend me, Proud NYJ fan without any spaces. And then once you friend me, I can add you to the group. But let's drop our what did we learn, because I did not eat dinner and I am getting a headache and I am a little cranky, and I know I hide it very well on air, but I'm getting hangry right now. I am waiting to eat. So what did we learn? Oh, Infrared learned that started my 2 weeks vacation and I can stay up and watch this show. There you go. 2 weeks. Enjoy that, man. Enjoy that. Yep. Yes, Sarah, you can come on another night. I promise. You can come on another night. But what did we learn? Let's I learned that Discord is the most confusing app on earth. Once you get added, and if you shoot me a friend request, I can just go to add friends and type proud NYJ fan, no spaces, and I'll get you over. Yes, Hank. We learned that Nick had a good idea. This show is trailblazing. That's it, man. Everyone doing shows, everyone trying to think of new ideas. No one's ever thought of having a ladies' night. It's sitting there right in front of us every day. I mean, I guess you got to have 4.9%, almost at 5. We all learned that Carly and Nick will have their own VIP section at T Squared. You have to know the password to get in. Nice. Let's go. Drop our what did we learn? Drop them. I learned that Nick is on the way to greatness. Thank you, Bonesy. I appreciate that. And we are on our way to greatness. It's our channel altogether. I just facilitate everything that you guys do. It's your hangout. I'm just the one who facilitates it. This is your guys' channel. I really, truly mean that. Patty learned that Nick didn't eat. This is true. Yeti learned that I want Leenie to be my new best friend. Right? How awesome is Leenie? All the ladies tonight are absolutely awesome. I learned, confirmed, that Nick is a ladies' man through and through. Bro, it's easy. When you have women who are as awesome as we had on here tonight, it's very, very easy. I learned that Gray and 4'10.5" is hot tamale. Boba, calm your freaky down. Sorry, I can't do it as good as Lowski, but just know that imitation is the highest form of flattery. I learned that I fell in love with my queen. I bend the knee for Leenie. Nice. Carly, I just got your request. Carly and Boba Jet will be in the Discord as soon as we end the show. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's time. It's Boom Town time. Shout out to Vader. Great Hall of Fame wrestler, Vader. If anyone got that reference, go ahead, Boom. Drop. What did we learn? Oh, Sarah learned I need to come over there for a proper ladies' night. I'm down to facilitate the ladies' night. I'll make sure the ladies have a good time. No worries. Damn, Jay, let me finish the goddamn show before you fall asleep, bro. Oh, here we go. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. It's Boomtown time. He learned Muppets have a free pass. What up, dog? From Sophia, my daughter. And we thought Nick was the diva in the family. Gary likes Nick. Who the hell attacks the chat 3 minutes into our interview? Awesome. Oh, hold on. Bonus. Nick is on the market. Carly gave Donald mono. Nick is a potty mind asshole. I am. They are my words. Correct. You're just repeating them. Carly finds it very hard to do it backwards. Jake, that was just a practice swing. Asman. Awesome. We saw the video, Jake. We got to work on your golf swing, Jake, if you're still watching. I got you, buddy. Double bonus. The butt fumble caused some serious trauma in Aurora's past. I'm tasting it, Nick. Oh, God. Was not a statement I thought I'd hear from Leenie. Queen Leenie is going to stink this season. I am. Oh, here we go. Thank you, Boom. These are awesome. Oh, wait a minute. You thought he was done? No. Triple bonus. Screw sitting on the 50-yard line. In section 301, you get to see the hole open up. All hail the three queens. Very good. Very well done. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Oh, look at Sluggo with a compliment. Nothing like a podcast that involves their listeners. Better than a Tucker Rogan interview. That's awesome. Yeah, man. This is the people show. I've always said that. I always meant that. Early on, it became a very chat driven, engaging show with the chat, and I like that. I like to keep that as much as I can. And you guys are too opinionated and too rich in character to not keep involved in the show. Thank you to Boba Jet for joining the channel, Addison for gifting 1, 2, 3 memberships, Boba Jet for gifting a membership, Mess, Mark Reese for gifting memberships, and Jake and Boba Jet for the super chats. You guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you so much. We will be back tomorrow night. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet tomorrow night, but tomorrow night, 10 p.m., right here, we shall return. And then Sunday night at 9 o'clock, VR and I will be on. And we will have a recap of the preseason game on Saturday. I'm not sure if I'm going yet. I'm waiting to see what the humidity is like. And next Wednesday, we will have my friend Chris on for new to the channel. I think you guys will like him. He's very knowledgeable. We will have a fantasy football preview next Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. So, everyone, thank you. And Boomtown, I'm very surprised. You did not add. Tonight, I learned that Nick remembered the What Did We Learn Today. I let Boomtown down a couple days in a row, and I was a little disappointed in myself. So I can't wait to look, hold on. Don't worry, Carly. The golf swing's perfect. The golf swing is perfect. Play 9 holes, 9 toes. I'm down. I'm down. Good night, everybody. Modine, I know I saw you there riling everybody up in the chat. Thanks for popping in. Thank you, everyone, for watching tonight. If I didn't mention you, I do appreciate you and all the people who are watching back. Thank you to the new subscribers. The push for 1,000 by opening day. Where are we? We started the show at 9:22. We're at 9:26. We are 74 away. Get your kids' tablets. Search me out. Like it on the kids' tablets. If they got a YouTube account, let's get to 1,000 before opening day. Your wives, just say, hey, subscribe to the guy. You don't even have to sign up for notifications. Just throw him a sub. He's a good dude. Lie to them. You're married. You guys know how to keep a marriage going. Lies. I learned lying is what makes marriages successful. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. And as always, be loud, be proud, New York Jets fans. Good night.